everyone, Zeddy here again today with yet another video. No card review, but the patch notes have been released. We know what the nerfs are going to be. This patch note, this balance patch that sees Yogg, Jailer, and Tony not only nerfed, but all reworked, will be going live on Thursday, I believe, but we know the changes. We're going to go over all of them. There's also some like Battlegrounds adjustments, stuff like that. The patch notes will be linked down below, but there's no like visual aid. They just wanted to get it out as fast as possible. So we're going to go over all that right now. As well, we have our giveaway going on for the Showdown in the Badlands, where I'm giving away 2 regular pre-orders, 1 mega bundle out of my pocket. Every 1,000 subs we get until BlizzCon, I'm adding another mega bundle to that giveaway. We're super close to 74K, so hit that sub button, make me go broke. So again, these patch notes will be linked down below. 27.6.2 will be launching on October 26th, which is Thursday. And there are a bunch of card updates, and well, I'll give you some visual aids here. Imic was kind enough to make these up, and well, let's take a look at what the changes will be. First, we have Druid. Druid's like the big outlier. It's really scary these days in both standard and wild, and one of the best cards in the deck absolutely is Rake. It will be going from 1 mana to 2 mana. Makes it a lot less flexible, makes it a lot harder to like combo with your 0 mana draw, remove stuff. It is just a broken card at 1. I'll be very interested to see how it does it too. Might just be useless that it's doubling the mana cost when you're going this cheap, so we'll see. But it just made efficient removal so easy for Druid, which is a class that is supposed to struggle with that. And we're going to see a lot of common themes here for that. But yeah, I think that's a good change and will impact standard and wild. Quest Druid in wild loves to run, every deck seems to love to run this card. It's just really insane. And well, speaking of that, Embrace of Nature. I don't think this one hurts as much, but this one also goes from 1 to 2 mana, where you draw a choose 1 card, forge. It has both effects combined. It slows it down a bit, right? You still have to forge it on 2, and then on 3, you're spending 2 mana to play it instead of the 1. When you discount your spells by 1, the whole like 2 mana discount spell, it's no longer free. You still have to spend a mana on it. So there is all of that. And I think it's still a playable card. I think you're still going to try and hit your nourishes, your drum circles, but it's less efficient. It's a bit slower, and there's a lot of other stuff going on here that's going to slow Druid down. So again, another change that I welcome and I do think is quite good. And another card that surprised a lot of us with how insane it's been and is nerfed already is Prison Breaker. Prison Breaker. Neutral AoE just shouldn't be this good, right? And it's getting nerfed significantly. It's basically a minion. If you cast 5 or more spells this game, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Now it will only deal 2. So a lot of minions have 3 health, right? And this kind of doesn't kill that anymore. And does less damage to the face, makes shadow stepping it less appealing. It is a lot less damage, a lot less impactful, a lot more reminiscent to like what the street sweeper, floor sweeper, the broom that deals 2 to all minions. So yeah, a lot weaker, should make its play rate go significantly down. And again, classes that shouldn't have access to neutral AoE so easily still kind of won't, right? Like it's again a significant change. Now we go to the reworks. All these legendaries are being completely fundamentally changed. So first we have Tony, King of Piracy. Goes from a 5 mana 4/6, and where you swap decks with the other player and then finale draw a card, to 7 mana Battle Cry, no longer just a passive effect. Battle Cry, replace your deck with a copy of your opponent's. So you just straight up get a copy for the rest of the game. Finale, draw a card. So you no longer steal their stuff. It got a Luciad effectively, and it went up in mana. I think the justification for bumping it up in mana is just the fear that it could be like this ultimate fatigue card that all of these slow control decks run, where you just play this and there's not much downside to it, right, in the later game. So they wanted to make it very expensive. It just shows how like poorly designed this card was, that they're bumping it by 2 and it's flat out getting a copy. Will this card see play competitively anymore? No. And I don't think this card ever should have seen, like these type of cards shouldn't see competitive play. They should be straight up memes for fun and value or shenanigans, a Dane video, a Mark video, right? Not for, I'm trying to win and get rank 1 legend style of decks. It just leads to toxic gameplay patterns And yeah, they've basically admitted it. They're reworking the card. They wouldn't do that if there wasn't something fundamentally wrong with it. So again, a change I'm fine for. I just did not like that card. Way too good effect for 5, and it's just led to toxic experiences. Yogg, again, another card fundamentally changed. You cannot play this for 0. You can play it for 9 though. It is goes from 15 mana to 9 mana, and it's passive. Like when its passive is no longer costing 1 less for each spell you've cast this game. It'll just, after you've used an ability, you cast 2 random spells. That's it. You get to play 2 random spells. So it's got that Yogg flavor. The abilities stay the same. It's a 9 mana mind control, 9 mana mass hysteria, 9 mana get a bunch of tendrils. So now it's not just spamming a bunch of spells. It's just, am I playing this in my control deck? Am I playing it in a slower mid-range deck? Am I getting that value? Like, it's a completely fundamentally different card. Again, it was just a mistake to make a 0 mana mass board clear mind control when we're just glad it's being changed. Let's just put it that way. I think it can see play in the slower style of control decks, but what a complete change, right? Like, that is a crazy change. And then the last one, again, a drastic change to the Jailer. Goes from Battle Cry, destroy your deck, for the rest of the game, your minions are immune. No way to deal with that. To destroy your deck, this minion gets immune. That's it. The Jailer is immune. Nothing else gets immune. So if you want to blow up your deck for like a combo reason, like a Mechathune possibly, there's still validity to this, probably, I guess. Or you want to shuffle some stuff into your deck and then draw it, but you're just getting a 10-10 with immune. Nothing else gets immune. This card is also probably completely dead. Again, outside of those fringe possibilities, you don't want to play this. Like, the fact that all of your minions for the rest of the game at immune was just broken was not a good, healthy thing. Again, something that just shouldn't be in the game, and it's not in the game anymore. It is completely reworked. I don't think I've ever seen so many reworks in one patch, but I think they're all necessary. They were all problematic cards. And by the way, the patch notes, I do believe, says both the Jailer and Tony. Jailer's unbanned everywhere, and Tony is unbanned in Wild. So all these cards are unbanned. Nothing's banned anymore. These changes will be going live on Thursday, and I mean, I approve of all of them. I'm surprised. Like, I thought maybe Ignis or Astalor might pop up, but they like the cards that win games and kill people, so they're sticking around. But those are the changes. There's also battleground changes if you want to take a look. The patch notes will be linked again, like I said, down below. Duels updates, they're continuously doing balance changes for duels. They might not be giving it content or updating the buckets to be better, but they are still continuously changing things. Like dino tracking got changed last time. It is now discover a beast from your class rather than discover a beast. Demon blood is buffed as well, so they're buffing some stuff rather than basic. Oh my god, did they just really they undid the mind tether nerf from back in the day? After you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to Emir. They literally put mind tether back, and I couldn't stand that. That's so bad. No Guts to Glory goes to 1 mana. Outlanders change, file concoction, and some bug fixes. There was a text issue with Lakari Sacrifice where we thought it got buffed to 4 imps at the end of your turn. It's actually 2. It just said 4. How does that happen? I don't know. But yeah, crazy balance changes. They will go live on Thursday. I mean, I'm happy with them. Druidstone should be over. I think Rogue's going to be insane still, but they don't have Yogg to rely on, a Prison Breaker. Should be entirely new meta come Thursday, but yeah, we have to wait a little bit, but now we know those changes. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.